And we are probably live. Never that confident.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dice Droppers, where a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons while attempting to not allow their dice to fall on the floor. I'm your game master or dungeon master for tonight, Lawson, and here we are excited for another wonderful episode 23. What? Crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh, Lawson looked up the episode number.
I was prepared this
23?
time. I did math. Wonderful. So, last we left off, Moonslivers, on attempting to gain more information about Blackrock and concealing some of the guards that were splatted down, courtesy of Karst. The party decided to split up due to Sidani's advice and continue to move as they didn't know if there were other patrol guards that were on their way. Upon leaving and splitting the group, members of the party included Karst, Aura, and Ryo, and Sidani, and Hormac, Healthy Hormac, continued on more northward, northwest, farther off away from where the current camp location was. It was Eva and Salethel that decided to clean up the mess that had been made over at that northern outpost. After cleaning up their mess and ensuring that everything seemed all right, they decided to head back and go back to the campsite. Where, as they were headed back, a fight ensued as monsters and different creatures unveiled themselves to the party, engaging them in a fight. One being a zombie giant that was befriended by Karst and decided not really to hurt anybody.
After rocking us. Yeah.
Yep. After rocking a couple people, which then the party fought off these creatures. Everything seemed to be fine, where Sidani began levitating, shooting a fireball towards Aura, Hormac, and the giant, killing Healthy Hormac in the process, giant, and almost Aura. We pick up this episode in the midst of this battle as Ryo, Karst, and Aura have just seen and heard Sidani levitate in the air and said, nice to see you guys again.
We hated you.
So, at which point, Eva and Salethel, you guys are probably a couple turns away from finally arriving to where you see what is going on with the group. As Sidani has lowered herself to the ground, still eyes glowing green, her hands and menace.
Oh, well, I wasn't in initiative order.
So,
Me neither.
it would have been, I believe, Aura's turn.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
remember. It was
And
Aura's
then
turn.
it would be, I believe, Karst, and then Ryo.
All right.
I believe that was what it was. But that's where we're going to do it.
Where's
So-
Where's Hormac?
Zendani in the order?
Back at the bottom now.
Well, she's back at the bottom because that was just her turn.
Okay.
So, with her eyes glowing green and a menacing stare looking at both Karst and Aura, and Hormac being down, singed, his body covered in just basically ash from the fireball taking its full blast. Looking at your group, says, in a voice that is very different from her own. It is nice to see you guys again. So, Aura, what are we doing?
I immediately running away from Karst up to the north up here. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to heal 1d8 health and remove my first level spell slot. That's gonna hurt. But
Alright.
life. 6. Sweet.
Kind of peering over to the right, seeing Sidani, you bolt over, still in your you're in a
Giant
hyena, at this
hyena.
point. Giant hyena, jumping
More
and
fun.
leaping over everything and scurrying off towards the woods. You do hear a couple what appear to be other similar smaller creatures kind of hearing it headed your way.
That doesn't really scare me.
More creatures?
And I'm gonna take the dodge action
More?
facing Sidani.
Okay.
That will end my turn.
Okay. So you turn back around, looking her way, and you're prepping yourself and ready. Karst, it's your move. What are we doing?
All right, yeah.
Rao, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm real pissed. She just killed my friend. I like that guy. I'm gonna take out my battle axe and my shield, as one does, and I'm going to use my action to channel divinity. I'm gonna call out to the goddess here. Give me some fucking strength, all right?
A beam of light gets
Yeah.
shot down from the sky as it almost is like there were a lot of clouds overhanging it, almost like a dark overcast, and it's immediately just separated and parting as a beam of moon shines down. You're much more alive and powerful than you have before. You regain let's see, 10 temporary hit points. Calling out to your patron.
Ooh, dope. Okay. And I will, for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon and tear a Spectral Battle Axe out of the sky directly
Okay.
at the witch. And I'll just walk like 10 feet closer, not that much closer. Alright, so my Spiritual Weapon, I'm going to tear it straight out. It's going to hurtle right at her. I'm going to make a spellcasting attack.
All right, so where do you want the X to be?
It's going to come like from straight above her, straight down at her.
So right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
And
going, yeah, and it attacks. So I hit for dirty 20.
that'll hit.
Cool. And that's going to do 1d8. 11 points of damage.
Okay. As the axe comes hurtling down, she kind of hears it, the whoosh, as it scrapes kind of towards as the back of her, piercing her, not super deep, but enough. She lets out like, ah. And for a moment, the glowing green eyes kind of stop, look at you, and you see almost a despair in her eyes just for a moment, and then all of a sudden it goes back to glowing green.
Hmm. That changes everything.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
Is that your turn? Okay. Ryo, you're up. What are we doing?
Well, try to attack. And I'm going to do Fury of Blows. Or I'm gonna walk close to do Fury.
This is you, by the way. Yee. Can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, can you speak
You
up
can
a
hear
little
what I'm
bit?
saying? What? You can't hear me?
Now
I can hear you
What
now.
is this?
You,
Okay.
you have to speak just a little bit more clear when you talk, otherwise I don't think we can hear you.
Enunciate.
Fine. I'll mumble less.
I just think that you're just covering your mic. It's all good.
That's what I thought.
That's not
too.
okay.
I wasn't trying to...
And I'm going to attack with
No,
Fury
it's
of
not
Blows.
okay.
I realized last time I was actually doing one less attack that I was supposed to get. So after talking to Chris, so Fury of Blows, I actually get 2 unarmed strikes. So I'm gonna roll the hit. I rolled a 25.
Yep, that'll hit.
Will a 25 hit?
Does a 30
And
hit?
then, do I have to roll the hit twice or just the one?
Twice.
For
You
every
have to
attack.
roll twice.
Okay. And the other one was a natural one.
Oof. Dun-dun-dun. All right,
Okay,
so
so
the first one lands.
I rolled a 9. And then the other one didn't hit, so rolled a 9 in damage.
You get
It's
4.
rolled 9 damage.
If you use Flurry of Blows, you get 4 total attacks.
Yeah.
So you know.
It isn't. Oh, 2 unarmed.
I thought
Okay.
that was
Yeah.
a bonus action.
For the bonus, oh,
I could do it again for a bonus action.
I think you can only do it when you attack. Anyway,
Well, so there's a different. Your regular attack is 2 attacks. That's the attack action. But when you say flurry of
Yes.
blows, you're spending the key point to have a bonus action to do 2 more attacks.
Yes,
That's
that's what I
correct.
want to do. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go again.
Yeah.
4
Wait,
total.
so am I
the
supposed to roll
so
4 times 4 d20s or 2
correct.
d20s?
So
40/20s.
when you take the attack action, you're doing 2 unarmed strikes. So you're going boom, boom, boom. Okay. So the first one hits is like you're striking her and sending her abdomen. The second time you go to punch, she actually like catches both and kind of like pushes you back a little bit. And then you then spend a key point, kind of focus a little bit, and you're going in for 2 more attacks. So roll 2 more times.
Okay. So I rolled a 19
That'll hit.
and a 12.
12 will not hit. Okay. So go ahead and roll for damage for the first one.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, 7. Okay, so 7 points total damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you focus in your energy after kind of she catches your blows for a moment, kind of perplexed you for a second. You channel in, run forward, boom, and you hit her a couple times in the face. The last strike that you have against her, you also notice that her eyes kind of like stop glowing in the green. She kind of looks at you, just like very surprised and perplexed, kind of like very confused what's going on, and the glowing eyes go back. It is now her turn. Okay. What she is going to do. Where are you, by the way? Where'd you go?
Me?
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm right next to her to the right,
Okay, cool.
down
All right.
below.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So, so she is going to she's going to turn to you, and she is going to take her energy of fire, and she's going into her fist, and she's going to punch you square across the face.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 24.
A 24 will hit.
For 7 points of damage.
Okay.
So 4 points of bludgeon damage and 3 points of fire damage. As she like bursts her fist through, she then is going to turn towards Karst, put out her hand, and is going to cast Fireball. So I need you to roll dexterity saving throw, I believe.
Ye doggy. 13.
Oh boy.
Oh, Nelly.
So that's a fail. That's not good.
It's not great.
Not ideal.
Oh, that's scary.
Incoming 83 points of damage.
The scariest sound the DM can make. The scariest sound a DM can make.
I mean, she
Yeah.
did insta-kill like 3 people with her last fireball.
All right, so
Just
10.
aggressively shaking many inconspicuous amounts of dice.
Can't wait till my
Um,
attacks sound like that.
Lawson, you don't have to count them. You can just tell me I'm dead if you want.
It's 30 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that one hurt.
but unfortunately, this one was a 4th level spell slot, so I have one more d6 to roll. So are you down right now?
Yeah, I mean, you did it.
Are you dead, or like?
Oh no, I'm not dead.
Okay, thank God. I feel bad. So that's another 3 points of fire damage.
Why wouldn't you just roll it all at the same time?
Pause
an
for
extra die.
effect.
The effect was an extra 3 damage. I think it would have been about the same.
Yeah, the other like 30 was what really hurt.
You don't know that. Because I would have done
It's
something. I would have
it's
described
like
it better.
you get hit by the fireball, and then one little ember comes out and then hits you in the forehead, and you're like, ah!
Two death
Yeah.
saves.
Don't ruin how I'm going to describe things, Luke. All right, so Karst, are you still up?
I'm still up.
Hell yeah! All right,
I'm holding my
that's
ground.
gonna-
Scorched earth all around me.
Yeah, fireball, like basically all around you. But it's almost kind of like with this kind of almost shield and everything around you, you're kind of almost like feel weird for a moment. Aura, it's your turn. I'll explain what I said.
Or you are muted.
Mute.
Thank you.
Mute.
I'm gonna use my last spell slot and heal 2d8. Man, I'm in pain. That's 7.
All right,
That's nice.
still got movement.
And I'm gonna charge her.
Go for it.
You're gonna charge her? Oh
Yep.
my god.
I'm gonna bite
Boop,
her.
boop.
I'm
Okay,
gonna bite her ankle.
He's going for it.
go for it.
That is plus what? 15 to hit.
That will not hit.
Oh well. I tried to bite her ankle.
Yeah, you try to bite her ankle, and she just kind of like almost kind of like as you're going to bite, she just kind of like pushes her foot like up against you, like kind of pushes it away. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Karst. All of a sudden, you feel weird. I'm taking this fire damage, and all of a sudden, a beam of light gets shot down upon you again. You get another 10 temporary hit points.
Okay, I will take that.
The Moon Maiden is definitely watching you and is present.
Oh, she's my girl. All right. All right. So I'm not dead yet. I'm not done here, and I'm gonna plant my
Not
feet
dead yet.
right where I stand, and I'm going to use my channel divinity to use
Alright.
Twilight Sanctuary. Really leaning on the goddess now, and I've 30 feet around me. I don't know how to do that circle thing that you do sometimes.
I got you.
Okay. 30 feet around me. The light is going to dim with this purple aura, and a wave of rejuvenating energy is going to sweep out to all my buddies. And
Ooh.
Oh.
with
There you go.
my bonus action, I'm going to look over at Aura, and I'm going to cast Healing Word at 3rd level, I think. Yeah, we're going to do 3rd
Oh
level.
snap.
All right, so you're going to get
This is some intense shit going on.
3 plus 4.
So the channel divinity was
13.
action. Healing
Mhm.
Word's the bonus action. Nice.
Yep. So that's 13
Still got
points
movement.
of healing
Mhm.
for the bonus action.
Excellent. Thank
What
you.
do we get for healing?
At the
Nothing.
when you end your turn
Alright.
in the Twilight Sanctuary, you get 1d6 plus 5 temporary hit points every turn that you end your turn in there,
Yeah.
including everyone gets that,
Thank you.
including myself. I already have 10, so I'll just roll to see if I get something better. But that's the same. Okay, that's
Okay.
my turn.
All right. What about the axe? Doesn't the axe get?
It costs a bonus action. I use it to heal Oscar a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, just checking.
Or
All
Aura.
right, no worries. So it is Sidani's turn. So at this point, as the group is beginning to kind of swallow and form around her, you hear Sidani say, her voice different than before. Where is Eva? I don't care about
Cool.
this. I don't care about this body. All I want is information from Eva. To which point she's now going to use this as an opportunity to rise up into the air. So both Aura and Ryo get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
All right, I'm not using this dice anymore. It's failed me too many times. Ooh, 19.
19.
14.
2d6. Ooh, that's 10
Who
points
got
of damage.
Who got 19? Oscar, right?
I did. Mhm.
Okay, and then what did you get, Eliza?
I didn't hit. I got 14.
So going to strike as she's moving up into the air, you miss, but getting a nice bite in at her feet. Aura with a couple of attacks there. She raises up into the air, looks down. So she's gonna go move up. Right now it's 40 feet into the air. Looks down and is going to cast.
Fireball again.
Let's see. Nope. This one's different. So she's gonna cast Fire Fingers. So it is the same kind of type of save as Fireball, but it's just a lower spell slot that she's using. So
Hey.
I need all three of you to make saving throws,
Oh, that includes me then.
and it's dexterity.
That's better.
That's
Rolled a 10.
16.
16.
Ooh, 16.
Hey, nice.
16. Okay, that
Yep.
saves.
Cool.
10.
That one does not save. You take 11 points of fire damage, unfortunately. Okay, we round down. I guess Aura does not take any hit points of damage.
Let's go.
Or are we rounding up? I don't know. You saved.
Round
I'll
up.
give it to you.
Yeah.
And Karst.
Oh, I got the same as Aura. I got 16.
You take 3 points of fire damage. So,
I
as she
did
kind
her
of looks
fight.
down, she with her left arm, you see that like 5 smaller fireballs get shot out, kind of dispersing in midair, kind of like the Needler from Halo, like that kind of just like sways and moves around. Two hit Ryo, 1 hits Aura, and then the other 2 hit Karst. At this point, she's still 40 feet in the air. She's used her attack. At this point, it is the end of her turn, and the glowing green eyes stop, and as she does, she's going to fall from the air. Okay, and take 11 points of I'm gonna call it falling damage because it really is falling damage. And she falls down to the ground. At which point, as she falls and slams on the floor, her eyes no longer on the ground. Her eyes no longer glowing green. You see her kind of despair look on her face, not knowing what happened, and looks up at your group and goes, "What happened? What happened?" At which point, both Salithol and Eva, you've just now entered into the battlefield.
You
Where
just
you're at is,
attacked us.
what? Why would I do that? We got to keep moving.
You were possessed by some evil green-eyed villain.
No, that can't be. I broke that connection long ago. There's no way.
So you know about this and you didn't say anything?
Well, it was a curse, and I had the curse removed.
Well, that removed curse just got 2 of our. Well, I guess 1 of the giant wasn't really, but beside the point, that curse of yours got 1 of our friends killed, like just now. You know that, right?
What the hell happened? There were huge flashes.
Zandani just killed
of what's-
somebody.
Huge. Okay.
Dude,
No, I didn't mean to.
I have
Okay,
a question
so are
for
we
the
gonna
DM.
kill her or are we
Would
gonna
I
move on?
know anything about this
So,
curse that she's
so I'll
talking
tell you
about?
what just happened. That's fucking Hormek.
No.
And I'm gonna point at the pile of fucking ashes on the ground over there.
Sounds good
And
enough to
then
me.
I'm gonna
take
I'm
out
gonna
one of my short
say-
swords. I'm gonna walk up with it like outstretched, ready to plunge it.
No, please.
Stop
I-
it! Stop!
She just killed Hormak.
I know that, and that's very, very bad and very unacceptable. But we can't kill her.
Why not? She'd kill Hormak. She can definitely do it to me. I didn't even like the guy.
Because if somebody,
All right, hold on.
if
She
it's a
was
vessel,
clearly possessed.
if it's a curse, then obviously this thing can possess whoever it wants. Just happen to choose Sudani. If you kill her, you're just killing her. You're not getting rid of the spirit. At least we know
All
where
right, I
it's
agree.
coming out of
I
at this
agree
point.
with Eva. I agree with Eva. However, the demon clearly wanted to talk to you, Eva, and I want to know. Do you know why?
What?
The evil demon was asking for you because they wanted information from you.
I'm not sure.
Are you a part of this too? Other swords coming
No.
towards Eva.
No,
Sidani
I
just
didn't.
kind
I
of
wasn't
like
even
put,
here.
gets in between Eva and Salithol.
That's not a deterrent, Horn Girl. I'm already planning on killing you.
If you want to kill me, fine, but don't kill Eva. Look, I'm
Listen.
sorry. I didn't know that the curse is still.
What
That I
curse
still had
are
a
you
curse.
talking about? What curse? I don't remember you ever telling me
When
that
I
you had a curse.
when I was adopted from the orphanage, I was adopted into a family. I thought this family was nice and kind and wonderful. They were so rich and powerful and taught me many different things of magic and well, my brother, he's very powerful, and I didn't know this, but he was killed. He was killed by his uncle, wielding a lot
Do you
of
know the
fire.
name?
Yeah, his name is Cairo Anton. I was adopted by, well, yeah, he's my uncle through my mother. So, my father really didn't know much about it. But upon finding this out, I sought after Cairo Anton, and well, needless to say, he bestowed this curse upon me, and she pulls down kind of like part of her cloak and everything, and you see like over on her left shoulder there's like a scorch mark that is just like covered almost in like a beautiful like singe pattern in a circle right here near her back left scapula. I sought treatment. I went to different temples, and for a while I was randomly controlled by all these weird things would happen. I just would suddenly wake up, and it got extremely scary. And it wasn't until I stumbled into a camp in an outpost and didn't know where I was, and guards were chaining me up as I had killed many of their soldiers, and I didn't even know it.
So that's why you were chained up.
Yeah, well, all I know is that he's someone who's Kyranton is not someone who I I despise him and I hate him with everything, but there's nothing I can do about this curse.
That's awesome. Let's keep traveling with you.
You're probably right. It's best if
But
I go my separate way.
we can't just leave her here either.
Why
And
not?
have you ever been able to control her, control getting out of the curse? Because it looked for a second like when you were hit that you could see us for a little bit.
Well, obviously, when I get hit, kind of snaps me out of it almost. But for the most part, no. It's very hard to get out of that curse.
You at least tell when it's about to happen.
No.
How often has it been occurring?
It hasn't been for a while, but this last week it's been happening more frequently. I would think. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am. And she like goes and reaches into her pouch, and pulls out a diamond, and looks at you and goes, this might be able to save Hormac. If anyone knows a spell to revive him, we can use this diamond here. It was meant for someone else, but I feel bad for your friend, so here. And she just
was it meant
hands
for?
it. Who's taking it?
I mean, I'll reach
Who
out
was
for
it meant for?
It was meant for my family. Been searching for the land for different ways to bring them back.
Question to the DM: did
Mhm.
Hormac have a body, or was he just ashes?
It's singed in ash. I mean, his body's still there. It's
Oh, he's still intact though.
crispy.
He's a crispy boy. Okay.
Crispy.
Crispy.
Krispy Kreme. 2012. Anyway, yeah, I'll
2012,
reach out for it.
Overheated Hormac.
Yeah, hot Hormac.
Hot Hormac.
I'll reach out for it.
Okay, she gives the crystal to you, the diamond to you, and then looks back at Eva and she goes, I think it's best that I go my own separate way.
I think it's best you do too. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna miss you. I barely gotten to talk in person. One time we do, we have to leave right away.
Well, I think it's for the best. And then she kind of looks up at you. You just see the sorrow in her eyes. And she gives you one last hug. And as she turns, she walks away.
While she was giving her goodbyes, I was walking over to Hormac and preparing the diamond real quick for a revivify.
Okay.
Eyes are burning a hole in the back of Sidani's head as I watch her leave and make sure that she fully leaves. And I'm just gonna, even after she's gone, I'm staring in that direction for about 10, 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Eva, can you maybe think about anything that you have information on that an evil demon would want?
I mean,
And then I'm gonna mention that that the person that was possessing her was someone that we had seen before. Allegedly.
You know that?
They said, like, seeing you again or something like that when they first came out. Yeah. I'm not sure if I was there, but the party for sure.
I think you were there, yeah. I
You were
was,
there.
so I didn't know that.
I don't know if I was there the first time.
Well, Lawson
That
said it
we-
again at the top of the session, so it exists.
I'm dropping form. I'm going back to Aura.
I'm
I'm knelt
not
down.
completely sure who it might be. I mean, obviously, there's a few people that it could be. We've had some bad people in our past, but they said it was nice to see you again when I wasn't even here. So we know it's not directly linked to me. It's linked
I
to
think
They were
it,
us
asking
as a
for you.
group.
I think it's Cairo, in my opinion.
That's honestly who I was kind of thinking it might be. I'm not 100% sure, but given the fact
He's-
of Sidani's close relation to him, that might be who is possessing her.
Also, the spell he used against us, the Burning Fingers. The only other person I saw use that spell was him, and I've never seen that spell before, except from him.
That's true. He does use different types of flames than most people.
Also, a lot of fire.
That's true.
It's a lot.
Where have you guys seen Cairo Hinton before?
We stole his dragon egg.
Yeah, and kind of just
You stole
Destroyed
his
his
dragon
whole-
egg.
Yeah, well, he asked for it.
yeah.
He stole it
Did
first.
you? Yes. You stole it first, and
There
you
were
stole
people
it
in
back.
danger.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. And what's his? Do we know why he wants the dragon?
Nope.
Well,
For me,
I think
anyway.
you might want to know.
He probably wanted to control the gold dragon.
Last time we saw him, he was riding on top of a massive red dragon, tearing the green dragon of Durtara a new one. So I
It
would
was
say
gold, but yeah.
Sorry, gold dragon, a new one. He wanted. I would say he probably wants to control the offspring so that
Mhm.
he can have a new dynasty over Durtara.
But he was
Something along
looking
those
for
lines.
me. I don't know where the golden dragon is now. I don't know where that is now. You know, we gave it
Where's
away,
the
but I
egg?
don't know where it is now.
Well, that's a secret. No one knows.
I
know.
don't trust you enough with that information.
Aura just has her head in her hands, just leaning against the tree
But-
over here.
I do have an idea
Oh.
of what he might be after, if it's specifically from me.
I remove my cloak in a bit of anger, thinking that we were closer than this.
Can
And I
I
go sit on a stump.
can I roll an insight check to maybe see if it's what I'm thinking it is?
Sure. I think maybe a wisdom maybe,
Well,
or
Wis-
history.
well, I don't know. What do you want it to be? You said 3 different things. The only reason why I said it
Is
might
this
be
an
insight is
acrobatics
because
I
I'm
would
trying.
I would say this would probably be an insight check.
Okay. So plus
Are you sure it's not acrobatics?
Are you sure it's not acrobat?
Do a flip.
I do a
Yeah, do a
flip.
flip.
Now it's acrobat.
See, that's so funny. It's like I want to jump over the thing. Okay, roll an acrobatics check. Or no, I roll an athletics check.
Athletics.
I do a flip. Roll an acrobatics check.
Do a
Alright,
flip to jog your memory.
It's a 13.
I would say you have a hunch, but you're not sure of what it
Alright,
entails.
I have a
You
hunch, but I'm
think-
not sure.
You think you know what information he's looking for because you have stumbled upon a lot of things in your readings, but you're not exactly sure what it is specifically.
All right. Well, I'll just kind of say like, I have a hunch, but I'm not sure. It could be maybe something that I read in the library, but
Okay.
also, did we give the library in my town a name, like a specific name, or did we just what did we call it?
I don't think we called it anything yet, but I'm coming up with a name for it. So
Okay. Well, now would be the perfect time.
Fantasy
Make
name
it up.
generator.
The Cobalt Cove.
No.
Come on.
Like that.
It doesn't have anything to do with my town.
I know, but good. What's the theme of your town?
Well, its name is Cedar Nest for one.
Okay.
I like the Library of Serenity.
I like that too.
It's a very peaceful town.
Yeah. It may have something to do with what I read in the Library of Serenity.
I
Oh my
like
God,
that.
I've never heard that name before.
That's a good name.
It's a great name.
Sounds peaceful.
That sounds so good. Will or
welcome
will get
welcome to
killed.
today's episode where we just repeat everything that the DM says to us.
It's like every
Hey,
episode.
hey,
I
Luke,
think I have a
Luke,
hunch.
Name a movie. Name a movie. Name
Cheaper
a
by the
movie.
dozen.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie. I like that
That's
movie.
a good movie.
It sounds peaceful.
Sounds peaceful.
All right. So, as your group is kind of regaining, the kind of everything, do you want to infer? You guys are looking at the map right now. You guys are currently located here, right on the edge of the Darklands. Hearing a lot of different creatures and things, off in the distance, coming from this area. So more south, west of where you guys are currently located. Where is your party going? What do you guys decide to do? Right now, you're in the middle of like an open battlefield that just been ensued. What are you guys doing?
Listen, I was able to run here because there were 2 huge fireballs and then 2 giant streaks of moonlight, which is probably your fault. And I point to Karst, seeing that he was like glowing with purple energy when I got here.
Well, that's just rude.
So-
Oh
all
my
right.
God, what? Yeah, what happened to Nibble?
Who the hell is Nibble?
What's a nibble?
My familiar.
You have a familiar?
You do?
Karst, I literally gave him to you.
I checked my pockets. Do I have a familiar?
You have ashes.
You open like one of the pockets and there's like
Nibble is not there.
I don't think you gave them to me.
It's alright. I'll be able to get him back later, but that's gonna be expensive.
It
Okay,
really sucks
listen.
that you lost him.
Yeah. Like what, 2 in one day?
listen, once you're done with Hormac, if you can do anything with Hormac,
Jeez.
we need to get the hell out of here.
Right. I'm gonna kneel down next to Hormac and rest the diamond over one of his eyes, and I'm gonna cast Revivify.
Ooh.
asking the goddess for a little help here,
Revivify.
'cause we don't leave friends behind.
All right.
Hey, want a break from the ads? Join Revivify Premium.
Okay. So, with that, we are going to take a 5-minute break, and then we will roll for Revivify.
Ooh,
Roll for Revivify.
roll for Revivify.
That's my favorite band name.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We're back.
Okay, welcome back. So, after the group had received a diamond from Sidani, Karst, you're gonna walk over to Cormac's body.
Yeah, I'm gonna kneel beside him and try to scoop up some of the ash that's like starting to blow away from him a little bit. Back on top of him, and I'm gonna rest the diamond on his eye,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to just touch a hand over his forehead, and I'm just gonna try and cast Revivify on him. So I'm gonna whisper out to the goddess here.
Yeah, we are gonna roll for this one. Technically, you don't typically have to roll for Revivify, but because it's been longer than a minute, I am gonna have you roll for it just for this one circumstance, because just it's a special circumstance at this point. So,
Right, sure.
Come on, healthy Hormac.
Healthy Hallmark. Am I adding any modifiers, by the way, or just straight to 20?
I'll say
spellcasting, or-
definitely. What's your spellcasting modifier?
It's Wisdom. It's a +4.
Yeah, well, I'd give you a +4.
All right, that's gonna be a 16.
Total.
Yeah, it was a 12 +4.
Putting the diamond down on Horvath and then kind of resting it down. It glows as you touch what remains of his body, and as the diamond kind of disperses into like particles surrounding it, the body is no longer ash. However, and when you go down to feel a heartbeat or anything, you don't feel anything. He is still dead. But in terms of his actual body itself, it's no longer dismayed or deteriorated or such. It's intact, at least.
Is the diamond still there?
It consumes it.
Rude.
I'm gonna keep kneeling
That
there.
was a pretty high ZC. I was being fair.
I'm gonna keep kneeling there. Another
Can't say that's those things in the same sentence. It's a pretty high DC. I was being fair.
I was being
When it doesn't normally need a roll.
I'll put a hand on Karst's shoulder.
No
Hmm,
way.
That's sweet. I want to put a hand on our shoulder.
We're making a train.
I'll put my hand on that. Okay. Right on his shoulder.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So Karst, then Aura, and then Ryo after.
Ryo.
Okay.
And then me on Ryan.
Well, I'm going to be the pragmatist. I'm going to start looting through his shit.
Ah!
You disrespectful.
Listen, if we're going back, if we're going to go to Mount Fang and we're going to get support with these guys, we're going to have to show at some point we had him on our side. So, he has things. We will need those things. And-
I
Alright,
understand
well,
that's Aelithal, but
how
if
do
you
you know
show
that
up
they
with
won't?
just his stuff and not him, you're gonna be seen as the
person who killed
negative-
Hormac.
What,
Yes.
we're going to walk in,
Thank you.
puppeting his body, being like, hey, this isn't gruesome and gory at all. Come join
Yeah,
our
but if they
side."
see him with
Who said
his
that? Who
stuff,
said that?
see it with him
that?
stuff,
Yeah.
you're gonna at least think that you robbed him.
We come there, a place that has people that survived that place. We come being, hey, we knew Hormac. He was coming to come get you guys, and he wanted to come take back the town. You think there is any better thing for a revolutionary cause than a martyr?
All right, I think that's a good idea. I don't think you should be the one to say it.
I think looting his
Sure,
pockets.
someone else can say it. Karst can say it. Dwarves seem to love this guy. Whatever. We just need the stuff.
Oh, we're gonna
I
have a little
continue
bit of
looking through
respect.
his shit.
No, Sal, we're gonna have some respect for the dead here. We'll bring Hormac. We're not gonna puppet him, all right, but he deserves to be buried with his people out there.
Go ahead. I'm gonna make sure that the backstabbing bitch doesn't come back. I'm gonna walk off and keep a look at the front.
So spicy.
Where are you walking off towards?
Just like the center
To the
of
left
the.
of you, everything's really foggy where you guys are currently. There's like probably like maybe a foot off the ground fog. To the left of you, Salithal, there's just like very dense dew, more open, not a lot of trees. Walking dead straight ahead, there's more foresty dead trees, and then to the right of you, it's just very heavy or dense fog, probably about maybe 60 feet in that direction. And you know that's where like the Darklands kind of start.
I'm going to go towards the undead trees, put my back against it, and just sort of surveil like the area to see if I can get like the most visibility. So if something comes charging out, because like I'm staring at the fog, probably isn't going to be helpful.
Yeah, you lean back against the tree, and you wait a few moments. I'll have you roll a perception check because you are looking, right? You're just
Yes. Okay. Keeping an eye out. Ooh, that's really good. 26.
Okay. A few moments pass, minor moments, as you're kind of just sitting there, just kind of taking it all in. When you notice that there is a shorter figure beginning to walk towards you. Almost like, child height.
All right. Halt, friend. I just had a real bad day. What do you need?
The figure stops and then continues to walk forward. A little bit faster pace at this point.
Swords come out. Well, I didn't get a chance at the last one. I'm gonna run towards him, getting ready to like
Okay.
either bash his brains out or slash.
You run towards it, and as you meet this individual, you notice a very, very light-skinned, almost pale, baggy, almost unslept eyes that are glowing. Actually, I don't even say glowing, but like a very piercing, blood red. He has short black hair, and he is wearing nicer attire, not noble-like, but nicer attire with a what appears to be a blue scarf that's wrapped around his neck, and is a little boy looking at you, and he goes, "Oh, hi."
I'm gonna slow my pace, drop down. Okay, you're not creepy at all. What's going on?
Well, what are you doing in the woods?
Passing through. Guys, there's this like lost child.
Wait, shush. Don't tell him I'm here. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Who would be in?
Well,
What?
I'm not supposed to leave, but I've never been outside my own boat.
What's your name, young one?
Huh? Oh, I can't tell you that. You're a stranger.
Well, that's fine. Here, I'll tell you my name first. My name's Keldrin.
Keldrin?
Mm-hmm.
Cauldron. Like a cauldron? Like a black cauldron? I have a couple of those at home. My mom makes a good stew. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I messed up my name. Kendril.
Kendril. Oh,
Kendril.
that's a nice name.
So, sorry, short black hair, blood red eyes, blue scarf, nice clothes.
Baggy eyes, I think, also. Like he hasn't slept
Like
in a
shadow
while
and baggy eyes.
Sunken, shadowed eyes.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Cauldron. But I need to get back home.
Okay.
Or else I'm gonna get in trouble.
All right. Goodbye, young one.
Bye, Cauldron. And immediately you see him just walk right past you And as he does, he just kind of looks at you and just like, and just continues walking in towards the denser fog. And he just slowly continues, disappears.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna sheath my swords and then go back to looking around, to making sure that nobody else is gonna come sneak up on my group. Are they like? Because I want to be like in the perimeter, like kind of in the eyesight.
Mhm.
But I didn't want to like walk off entirely. So can I still like look over my shoulder and see my group?
You can still see them.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go back to keeping watch.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Immediately you hear a voice from above you, and it's the same little boy. So what are you doing out here? And he's like, his like feet are like dangling on the tree, and he's like, basically his arms are crossed, kind of looking down at you. So what are you doing here? Not a lot of people come through these parts.
We're passing through to come visit some friends.
Oh, really? And he kind of like flips over and lands down on the ground. He goes, wow, that's what? Well, wait a minute. What friends?
Well, I haven't seen them in a very long time, but I'm hoping to find them where we're going.
No one comes through these parts.
It's
I'm
a
very
roundabout
curious.
path. It's a roundabout path. We're hoping to surprise them.
Yeah, but where? I mean, the wastelands are that way. No one's there. And then, well, can't really talk about that. You can't go that way. There's no way you would. And then,
You say can't talk about that or can't talk about dad?
no, I can't talk about that. That way.
Oh, okay. Well, we were going further south.
Oh,
Just passing by.
that's cool. What's down south?
Well, there's a lots of things that are down south. There are different. So, have you ever seen anyone that looks like me before?
Kind of.
Kind of. Well, there are lots of people that look like me down south. They're called
Starts kind
elves.
of picking at his nails. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
There are lots of people who call it elves.
Mhm. That's what I am. I'm an elf.
Kind of. You don't really look like an elf.
Well, what do you think elves look like?
Short.
Elves are short?
Yeah. And they have blonde hair. And they're really pretty. You're not really pretty.
Maybe not to you. Listen,
Well, definitely
When-
not to me.
so when you go back home, are
Uh-huh.
you going to tell your parents that you were out here?
No, I'd get in trouble.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna
then-
say that someone came through.
Well, listen. When you saw that they came through, and I'm going
Yeah.
to point back in the direction of Blackrock,
Uh-huh.
you tell them that they came from one of those camps, okay? Because
Oh, you're from the Black Rock? I've heard
Sort of.
about that. I've heard about that. I heard that fat short guys called dwarves live there. But I'm not supposed to be out there.
I don't think it's a good idea, no.
No.
Because those fat short guys, I'm gonna lean in and be like a little bit like playful. They can be kind of mean.
As you lean in closer, you get really cold. Like you can feel how cold he is. Oh, they're mean, huh?
Yeah,
That's nice.
they can be mean and they can be stinky.
Well, I have a really good sense of smell. You don't really smell that bad.
No, I live in the woods, not these woods.
Oh, woods are fun. They keep
Woods
me
are fun.
safe. They keep a lot of people safe.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to be going soon, but when you go back home,
Who's with you?
Hmm?
Who's with you?
oh, it's just me and my friends. They're all up here.
They're all inside of your hair?
In my head, maybe. My thinky thinks.
Oh,
I have lots of friends up there.
you're kind of weird.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm done talking to you. I'll tell my family that you're looking for your friends. Okay.
Okay. Does he
And then
want to?
he kind of turns, and there's like what appears to be, you hear as he kind of goes off into like the more denser fog, you hear a loud like thud and like scraping and like almost like bark kind of bursting apart.
Oh man. We definitely have to get out of here. Hopefully they've been like packaging up Hormac and stuff, and I'm gonna get that.
Packaging up.
Yeah, we're not gonna like throw him in the. We're not gonna like put him in the passenger seat. That's morbid.
UPS drivers. So how much weighs this package entail?
Yeah. You're muted, by the way, Luke.
Right, fragile.
But yeah, I'm gonna head back and I'm gonna see how we are on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gathered some while that was all going on. I gathered some like longer logs and tied them together and put Hormac on it to transport him like a stretcher kind of thing.
Okay.
Just to be respectful of the body.
Okay. So where are you guys headed now?
Mount Fang.
Mount Fang.
I think we'd ought to bring him back to where he belongs.
So Salithil, you join the rest of the group. All of you are hearing more creature-like things coming your way.
Oh, sorry. Before I go back, can I take a scan just like one more time just to make sure that he's not like popped back up like in a different tree, like looking at me?
Yeah.
Natural one.
Nope.
All right. I'm gonna head back.
You run into a branch.
Yeah, I'm looking up. Ah! Fuck. Walk back.
All right, you meet up with the rest of the group.
Guys, we need to get the hell out of here. A creepy like 3-foot child that was super cold, like sunken eyes, blood red stuff. Like he was talking to me. He was like super weird. Want to know everything about outside. We need to go. Like get away from whatever the hell that was.
Did you say sunken eyes?
Yeah, sunken, sallow, very pale. I leaned forward to like whisper to him, and he was like cold. It was bad.
Was he wearing a scarf?
Yeah, blue one.
Kind of sounds like a vampire.
Let's move away from here.
Do vampires just have like club scarves?
Do they just like scoffs, or like what's the
Like-
significance of that?
Yeah, is that like a thing for them? Is that like a stereotypical fashion for them?
If I wear a scarf, will people think I'm a vampire?
Yeah.
Can
what
we
the
have this
hell?
conversation while we're moving?
That's probably.
Sorry. Yeah, let's get going.
All right, so which way are you guys going?
We're going down toward
We're
Mount Fang.
South.
Alright.
Maybe southwest.
Who's taking the lead right now?
Well, I thought, do we still have our cart or no?
Well, we're reload.
We had the cart,
We
yeah.
had a cart, and then shit blew up. So maybe not. Mr.
Cart's
D.
That's
still
what
there. Definitely have the card still.
Okay.
That did not get blown up.
Okay.
I'll sit at the back.
Which way are you guys headed on the map? And if someone could just freehand for me, like this.
That's a pretty good path.
Yeah, just straight like southwest toward Mount Fang,
All right, cool.
going around.
Just
Black
like
Rock.
riding.
Is that
the
where you're
end of-
headed?
Yeah, riding the end of the wasteland and
Okay.
the outpost.
You guys are about ready to leave when about right here you see all those little pointed monsters. There are probably about like 40 of them just lined up looking at you.
All right, who's got a big one?
I'll take
I'm
care of
tapped
it.
out.
They're not engaged with you yet, but they're like looking at you. All, like a horde of them are kind of in front of you. You guys are far enough away where you can maybe maneuver around, but they're all kind of within that vicinity straight ahead.
Okay. Well, are we maneuvering around, or am I going to cast Fireball?
Well,
Let's maneuver around.
Sorry.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
If we can
Maybe
move,
maybe let's try that one
I dropped
first.
the dice.
Yeah, I feel like a big ball of fire is
Yay!
passing.
We're never gonna
yay.
make it the whole session without
On
dropping
track.
dice.
On
You
track.
weren't even on rolling. That's funny.
Build my dice up in a stack when I'm not doing anything in the game.
I have a question. Is anyone having a trouble seeing Salatho?
No.
No,
Because for the last like 5 minutes, all I've seen is like the cubes refreshing over and over again.
no, he's here.
You might just need to refresh
See
your
ya.
page.
All right.
Oh no.
That's better.
All right. Let's just go around this.
So,
Trying to hightail it out of here.
yeah. So you guys are going to maneuver towards. You guys are going more towards the dense trees. Then, correct?
Yes.
Whichever
Yeah.
way gets us
The
away.
dense trees are very tough terrain. You guys are bringing over the cart and hitting a lot of different twigs. The ground is very uneven. It's very bumpy and loud as the cart's like smacking different things. At which point, you see in front of you a figure that is in very noble looking attire in front of your cart. He has a very nice black gown, a purple, a dark blue scarf or sash, and he is wielding a sword, and his eyes are also red. And he looks at you and goes, "Please state your business as to why you're on the perimeter."
Well, we wanted to get further south towards Mount Fang, but when we tried going that way, there were a bunch of things with creepy hands, so we wanted to try to get around them.
Piercers. That's what we call them.
Good to know.
You still haven't answered my question. State your business, please.
We were trying. Didn't I just say we were trying to get south, but there were things in the south, so we went around this way to try to get around them.
So you're headed north to go south. What made
Well,
you? What brought you into these lands anyway?
I'm sorry. We were trying to go. We don't want to be here, sir.
And we don't need you here.
Okay, so can you help us get rid of the piercers then, so that we can leave?
I don't get rid of our first arm of defense.
So you won't let us leave, and you won't let us go in.
Well, I'm intrigued as you how you've made it this far through the Darklands, or the edge of the Darklands. My
By
job is to patrol this area, and I have not come across many people. You're the first group I've seen in years.
Well, we were around the area because we were going to visit Blackrock, and then apparently people were in there that didn't like us, so we wanted to leave. And
Blackrock. Yeah, home of the dwarves. A lot of mining and craft that they do over there. But from what I've heard, is that it has been overtaken.
yeah,
Yep.
And he kind of looks over at the rest of your group and goes, "You there. The one with the pink hair. You intrigue me. Why is your hair like that?"
Because I was born like this.
Well, and all of a sudden you hear a lot of what appear to be crows and ravens flying over the distance, hovering over him. He kind of looks up. Yes, I understand. As he mumbles it, he looks at you and goes, "Allow me to introduce myself." And he sheaths his sword. He goes, "I am Sebastian, a humble servant to my lord. He has requested me that I bring your group to him upon a sense of urgency."
this doesn't really feel like something we're allowed to refuse, is it?
Well, normally my master who I serve does not invite people, but for some reason your group piques his interest. Seems that maybe his goals align with yours.
I'm gonna look back towards the group.
What do
Do
we do
we-
with Hormac?
Can we see if we trust this guy?
Oh yeah,
It is
roll
the
an insight check.
Darklands.
Yeah, he's a very noble attire. He also has let's say maybe longer black hair, but it's almost in like nicer noble form. He's it's tied up almost like not like a ponytail, but it's short. Got maybe like nicer braids that go along with it.
I don't know if
Also similar skin towards what the child had, Salithol, as well. Similar eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a persuasion check.
You mean insight?
Can I roll it? Yeah, can I roll insight?
No,
Can we roll some insight?
no,
She
I
wants
was talking to
Sebastian to
Jalopy.
roll a check for us.
A persuasion check for you
It's a
guys.
joke that it was funny.
That's not how this works.
Can I roll an insight check to see if this guy's
You can
legit?
definitely roll an insight check.
Where did that go? Oh, that's good. 21.
The tone of his voice in the beginning to the tone of his voice now is a little bit more inviting. Sheathing his sword obviously was more indicator that he is not someone who is foe. You don't know if he's friend, but you can definitely confirm that in terms of the hostility, he is not. He doesn't seem hostile at all, and there's a little bit more intrigue, but you definitely can ascertain that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Do those birds look like the birds?
I guess I
that
meant
were,
more like,
following
does
us?
he seem trustworthy?
Yeah, I don't really know if I would say it seems trustworthy. I mean, it's a brand new stranger that you've met in these outskirts of the Darklands, but
Are these like the same type of birds that were like following us like earlier?
Good question.
roll a history check, Aura.
That's not great. That is a 12.
10 was the DC for it. Yes. Very similar, almost the same.
Birds can lie. Oh my god. I look at Rayo. Birds can lie.
Yes. Oh my god, the birds. Popeyes.
Listen,
Another title for this episode: Birds Can Lie.
What's the title?
listen. We either ignore the summons now, or we have to play along with him the entire time we're there. Those are our options. What are we doing?
Well, I guess we gotta go and see this dude.
All right.
But what should we do with Horvath?
I mean, we bring him with.
I'll leave him.
Can we not bring the cart? I thought we just follow him. I'm gonna look at him. Can we bring the cart?
Oh, that won't be necessary. You won't even need to travel.
Oh.
Can we keep our stuff?
Yeah, sure, of course. Sounds to me like you guys are willing. All right. All of a sudden, the birds, crows, and also other bats and other creatures that are smalling and flying begin to circulate your group. It gets faster and faster and faster. And as it appears that you're surrounded by all these, flying creatures moving at a very fast pace, you guys are all in your cart and sitting and standing or whatever. And for a moment, you're there in the outskirts of the wastelands. And all of a sudden, it stops. And you're now in a large, what appears to be a throne room. There are pillars and different busts of what appear to be more individuals that have a sense of nobility. And looking at the ground, there is a long purple, almost rug going straight ahead up a probably one flight of stairs, probably about 20 steps. And at the very end, at the top, sitting there, is a lighter skinned individual. 1 minute.
Time to meet the vampire lord. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Just pulling out his info. All right. All right. So sitting at the throne and sitting on top of this very large throne with a purple back lining and what appear to be on the both hand at the end of the hand rests are what appear to be darker bats with fangs. His long fingers are covered with black gloves, wearing a very nice, noble gown with a purple backed cape. He has a short black beard that's pointed towards the end, and he's got a line of white hair as it kind of pulls back up and down, holding what appears to be a nice glass of, looks like wine. And there is a cane that's just resting on the other side, on the side of his chair, looking at you and looks down upon it as Sebastian announces you and goes, I now introduce this group to you, Count. And the Count looks at him, looks at your group, and smiles. And that's where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, boy. We're never going to get to finish a plot line, are we?
Never.
No.
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 Oh my god.
Don't worry, they'll all never connect.
Oh, never.
Ah,
It's just the same guy seen from the mirror.
Also, I forgot to mention he has light blue glowing eyes. Light
Blue?
glowing eyes.
But
Light
that's
blue.
But that's a boy color.
That's a color,
That makes him different.
but it's different. The same, but different, but still the same.
He has a title. Oof. God.
damn. We're gonna get like every episode is like, oh, you're gonna get one NPC, and then that NPC disappears the next episode for a
I
new
really
will
thought he was
also
gonna
say,
kill you there.
You guys have officially leveled up.
Ooh la la.
Oh my gosh,
I
that's
can
so
now
amazing.
be bigger.
He needs
Except
to
for
be
Ryan.
I can
big.
Most
Okay.
people kill a monster and then level up.
So
We just level up
um,
by proxy. Me and Sailor Bell.
milestones.
Milestones.
Oh, I
Kidney
met,
stones.
I met a vampire lord. All of a sudden, I'm so much better.
Would you look
What is
at
this
that?
power?
I turned away my best friend for the greater good. Now I'm level 6.
Osmosis. All right. Are we
So,
gonna level
Osmosis
um,
Jones. Does anyone get that reference?
I indeed get that reference.
We are still on stream, by the way. Just so you guys know.
I will
Are we gonna-
say
Thanks for
That-
watching, everybody.
thank you for watching, everyone. Next week will be an exciting episode of Dice Droppers as a new character has entered into our campaign.
Who?
Tune in next week, Monday.
Tune in
anytime
next week
between
and you'll
8
find
and
out.
To find
8:45 p.m.
Dun dun
On the
dun.
next episode of Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Dice Droppers.
Streams
that the-
every
was that the
Monday
sign-off,
between 8
sincerely?
and 8:45.
That was the worst sign off ever.
That was the sign off.
But thank you
It's
for
canon.
dropping in.